Okay. What's up, guys? So this is going to be my race recap from Tallinn. As my title already indicates, I failed pretty miserably, and this was my first ever DNF in triathlon. I obviously have DNF'd in running races in the past, but I have finished every single triathlon I have started up until now. Even my first ever 17.3, where I suffered from heat exhaustion and had to rest for like 6 minutes on the ground during the last K. I still finished that race, but this was the first time I couldn't finish. And there are multiple reasons why I end up staying at T2 and not going for the run anymore. But one of them was that I had pretty bad cramps already in the warm-up that I think were probably due to a stomach virus that I was battling against the entire week, and I just probably ran out of my salts as a result, and I was feeling hip flexor cramps already in the swim warm-up. Started the race and it was a disaster. The start was terrible. I got dropped immediately. Like, I don't know if I was just kind of like checked out mentally or not just ready for the chaos, because they changed the swim start like procedure multiple times. And even like the night before the race, we got an email in the middle of the night actually that they changed the start from the original plan to the beach. There was not enough water, so we like literally ran like almost 200 meters to the first buoy in the water. Sometimes it got deeper that you could swim, but then it was like back to like ankle level water, and it was just chaos. So like I like wasn't prepared, I guess, enough, so I got dropped immedely. I was running by myself. I couldn't see any of the buoys. I had to like stop a million times to look around, like, where am I going? I asked the lady with the paddleboard next to me, like, which way am I gonna go? Like, where am I supposed to go? And she went like pointed the way. It was so chaotic. So then I just kind of like totally checked out, and I was like, okay, like my hip flexors are cramping. I'm gonna stay at T1, like whatever. Like, what's the point? Like, I'm already ways behind after everyone. It's over. So I just like swam it in. My glutes were cramping a little bit, but then at T1 I was like, okay, like, I'm gonna go and see what happens. Like, I want to see if my body reacts differently later. So I started the bike. I think I rode okay the first lap. I passed like 3-4 girls there, but then I was literally on my own. I didn't make any other groups later, just biking. Started getting other issues like cramping in my quad and like pain in my knee, and then like my back was kind of getting achy, and my collarbone started feeling more because I was compensating for some issues in the lower limbs. My hydration system didn't work properly. I think it was my own fault. I probably didn't put the straw in right, or it just didn't like let things through well enough, and the tank didn't get filled properly, so my nutrition plan failed. It was crazy windy, pretty hot. I was cramping. Things were just not going well, and when I was like getting close to T2, my knee was hurting a lot, and I basically couldn't get off the bike. Like, I passed a girl kind of near T2, but I couldn't get off my bike, and she passed me again, and I like really wobbled to my box, wrecked the bike, tried to put shoes on, but I couldn't bend my knee, and I took a couple steps and tried to run out of T2, and I realized that there's no way I could run. My quad cramped so much, my knee hurt so much, like everything was just so bad. And I just decided that it's over. Like, there's no way, and it's not smart of me to go and try to run when my body is literally telling me to stop. It's a bummer that I got a stomach bug before the race. I tried to like think that I just had a bad week of IBS, and like my belly is just upset. I'm a little nervous or something, but now looking back, I I have to admit that it was not normal. It was terrible. Like even the race morning, I can't believe I started. I took 3 Imodiums and this like anti-acid thing, and that made me feel somewhat okay. But then the cramps started in the swim warm-up and never got better. I'm excited because my mindset going into this race was really good. I've worked really hard on my mental strength and like mental strategies throughout this rehab, and I think that I was not like I was mentally more ready to go than maybe my body was. Like physically, maybe there's still some more work to do. Besides that, I think my swim in this race definitely wasn't reflective of my fitness or my capability. I'm very disappointed on what happened, but I knew that I wasn't like swimming at my best and my hardest effort, and I could have done better if I had just not like been so rusty in the technical things and like maybe also the sickness. So I'm not like too sad about it, or I'm not like too embarrassed because I know that wasn't like me. And I know my bike and run are at a really good level, so I'm kind of like I've kind of moved past this race already, and just kind of decided that was not like anything. It was just what it happened, but I think I learned a lot of good things, or I got a lot of good things out of it too. So now I know what I need to focus on during the next 4 or so weeks before my next event. So I signed up for Michigan 70.3 and Augusta 70.3, but I am pulling out of Michigan to focus on these things that I need to focus on and getting my health right. So I have a couple more appointments for my muscle issue at the beginning of September that I first thought that I would move up to after these races, but now that I had cramps, and even though I'm not sure if the cramps were related to my muscle problems, I still want to get these appointments done. So I have an ENMG and a neurologist appointment coming up. So those are my priorities. Getting more mileage on the TT bike to be more comfortable on it. A couple of changes in the gear or the TT bike parts. I have a little bit of work to do there, and hopefully it is more comfortable and suited for me then. And of course, more swimming. I haven't done more than a couple of weeks of my normal quality and quantity, so now I'm just trying to get more swimming and more workouts and quality in before the next race so that I can feel more confident and competent. But yeah, I think honestly it's weird because I was like I was surprisingly comfortable with my decision of DNFing, because I felt like that was the most professional and mature thing to do at that point. I mean, I shed a couple tears on Sunday night, but after that I just kind of moved on, and I have moved on, and I am now recovering. I picked a little head cold as well, in addition to all the other things. So I'm recovering, resting a little more now, and then coming back to training stronger and more experienced, I hope. And yeah, such is life. Honestly, I really wish that I had got the fairy tale, strong, confident, amazing comeback that I was dreaming about, but you know, that's pretty rare. That doesn't happen that often, and I just need to keep chipping away and keep showing up, and hopefully it will come together one day and we can be super stoked about it when I can perform at the level that we know I am capable of. Anyways, thanks for watching, and see you the next time.